this place. Hey Tails, where are you? Maddie, I'm over here. I think Amy's already gone on ahead. It seems she's really excited. Did you need something from me? Yeah, just a question really. How do I put this? What if Sonic is actually hurt? Haha! He's laughing? Sonic doesn't go down easily. He's on a train full of his friends. Nothing would actually happen to him. We're just all really committed to the mystery of freeing you. You have nothing to worry about, promise. Plus, Sonic likes to nap in a lot of strange spots. He's fine. He's making a lot of sense, but I can't shake what Sonic said to me. Is this really part of the murder mystery game, or is there something deeper happening? I need more evidence to figure out what's going on. Can I tag along? If you don't mind, it is cool if you tag along with you. Ah! Read that wrong. Of course, sure. Now if I ever need a snack, you've got me. Haha, fair. As I said, the best detective have sidekicks. I'm so happy to have you. If you ever catch me looking glum though, just know it's because, where's my work card? The last guy that worked the case with me ditched our practice to join the evil Dr. Eggman. Not a proper detective for that badge. That is true. You varmints. What are you doing in the saloon? He's trying to say works in character. Knuckles, we're trying to figure out who murdered Sonic. I can see that. Amy's moseyed through and told me all about it. Enough of that. I wonder how long he kept that voice up for Amy. We were wondering if you could tell us what you were up to before the murder. Anything that helps establish your alibi and... Nope, I have nothing to tell either of you. Leave me alone. He's obviously, again, agitated about something, but I take it out on us. I know better than to argue with Knuckles, so it seems we're on our own. Maddie, we need to figure out what Knuckles was up to while we were all apart. Let's investigate for clues and then interrogate. Right, let's do it. Alright guys, well welcome back to episode 2. Yeah. So, I think from what I last remember, I think we're about to interrogate Knuckles. Or like, try to find clues as to why he's not wanting to talk to us. Okay, the bowl of assorted nuts, the classic saloon snack. Kind of bland. Huh, seems like someone licked all the salt off of them. Ew! What? Or maybe they're just unsalted. The robotic arms here are really helpful. What's the arm doing to my hair? He fixed it up a bit. That's incredible. What? Interesting tech. Uh-oh. I should fear for my job a little bit. Should I fear for my job a little bit? How well can I microwave? Maddie, this is interesting. What is it? It's just a few used cups. Sure, but why are there 3? Knuckles was really thirsty? Maddie, this one has lipstick on my head. That's not Knuckles' color at all. Someone else must have been here. We should log this. Used cups are added to your inventory. Huh, that's funny. The door is locked right now. The door is locked tight. We can't go any further. leave then? Good point. When were these doors locked, and how long were they locked for? Sorry, y'all, if you hear anything in the background, that's my annoying cat. We'll have to keep this in mind. Check the trash can. Something's always hidden in the trash. Sadly, this one's empty as well. I'm starting to think the theory on something always been in the trash can is flawed. It's only a matter of time, Tails. Have faith. It's as they say, no man's trash is another man's treasure. I think Tails is ignoring me. I thought I told you to leave me alone. I like your hat. Knuckles, are you blushing? I said leave me alone. It doesn't look like he's used to being complimented. Did you just adjust your hat a bit so we could see it better? I said leave. What now? Please don't beat me up. No promises. Knuckles, would you ever fight me? No, you're bruised too easily. It wouldn't be fun. I bruise easily too, guess I wouldn't be fun to fight either. No, I'd fight you. Sorry, Maddie, I wish you luck. He's not actually going to fight me, right? Is there anything I'm missing? Okay, I think let's check this. Clearly, we won't be able to give the game's Super Monkey Ball a try. Do we think it broke when the train sped up? The damage looks more to be caused from punches? Who could have done that? What are you two looking at me for? I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Knuckles and find out what really happened. Alright. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Just curious. Can I take your order? Not hungry. Well, if you ever are, you'll let me know, won't you? Sure. Like a butler of sorts, right? Come on, Maddie, you're not a butler. Tell him that. Yeah, like a butler. Excellent. Thank you, butler. Dang it! Okay, now let's interrogate. Knuckles, Maddie and I need to determine what you were doing during the hour the murder took place. I already told you. Buzz off. You're not getting anything out of me. Thankfully, I don't need you to say much. What happened here is pretty obvious. It is? We have evidence, too. We do? Maddie, just take a good look at our inventory. What was distracting Knuckles during the time Sonic was murdered? The arcade machine. The arcade machine? Ha! What makes you think I touched it? Well, see, we have no argument here. You are weak. Ouch. Maddie, let's follow that train of thought, shall we? Okay, stop that time. There we go, that's better. This isn't a tough one, Knuckles. Knuckles, you clearly touched the machine because Super Monkey Ball is your favorite game. While Super Monkey Ball has a adrenaline pumping monkey ball action, this proves nothing about the current situation. May have been off mark there. Let me try again. What evidence do you have that damages our punches? What are you all staring at my hands for? Knuckles, you clearly destroyed the arcade machine, but why? I needed a punching bag, and none were available to me. Just a sudden urge to punch, huh? I believe repairing the arcade machine will give us our answer. How will you... I'm on it. Maddie, distract Knuckles while I fix the monkey ball. Bring it on.
Sweet!
The arcade machine is fixed. No, don't look at the scores! Quick, look at the scores! I'm pulling it up now. Okay, what does this tell us? Candy, bagel, ultimate, bread, apple, toast, nuck, vector. Nothing, obviously. It tells us something massive. Look at the name on the top of the list. It's Vector. He's supposed to be in the library car. Picture's beginning to be painted here. Competed with Vector to see who could get the highest score. And Vector beat you. In frustration, you destroyed the arcade cabinet. He's punching the air in frustration. You're guessing. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Vector's a common name. Prove to me he was not. He was here now.
Sweet!
You have nothing. Silch, nada. Now leave. Come on. There we go. Finally. Okay. Okay. Now, Maddie, what proves Vector was here with Knuckles? Well, this, right? Ha, I knew it. You were both talking out of... You were both talking out of your bottom? Let's try that again. Cups. No! I thought it was strange there were more than one cup sitting next to you. Well, you were supposed to be participating in the murder mystery game of Annie's birthday. You and Vector enjoyed some drinks and played arcade. I wasn't, don't tell Amy. I think we're on the right track here. And as you say, Vector popped in at the top of the hour wanting to play arcade machine with me. We went back and forth trying to figure out the game. But when we did, we competed for the highest score. When he beat me, I destroyed the machine. No proof of his win. I was trying to fix the arcade cabinet before you two came in, and honest, I didn't want to be caught. And that's my story, an alibi I've already told you in abrogated version of this to Amy. Boy, this friend group has a lot of pride issues. Well, that explains one of the used cups. What if the cup of the lipstick mark? Rouge was in here too. It's inconsequential. Not worth mentioning. She searched around for something but failed, made fun of our game, and left. Obnoxious, that one. So you offered her a drink, apparently. Listen, I don't know why she showed up, and I've told you everything that happened before the train sped up. Are you not satisfied? Will you two relent? I'm understanding the scenario. Vector visited to play games. Rouge couldn't find something and left. Then Knuckles destroyed the machine. That makes sense to me. Thank you for answering so many right quick. Actually, that's not everything, is it not? I want to step back to something I noticed. One more name on the high score list doesn't make sense. Maddie, can you take a look more one more time? I think it's this one. All the names have food theme, but this one here is by the Ultim. I might not know Maddie, but there's someone here that goes by the title The Ultimate Life Form. There's really someone here that goes by that? Nothing sneaks by you, does it, bud? Vector and I were struggling so much with the game, but then Shadow dropped by. So Shadow was here too. He taught us the game and was the first to get his name on the scoreboard. Vector and I then fought to beat Shadow's score. They're both very annoying. We all immediately had to compete on. He gave me this before he left. Shadow told me to lock the door and not to open it for anyone, then he left. When Vector was leaving, I locked the door behind him, saw no one else after locking the door. That's the honest truth. So when Amy came through here not too long ago, did you open the door for her? No, I think she had some sort of key too. That's right, the conductor gave me that special birthday key. Well, I have a lot of questions. What happened to the library to cause Vector to come here? Why is Shadow locking doors, and what was Rouge searching for? I don't know. They didn't tell me, even though I asked Flip. With that cowboy accent. You're gonna have to find them and ask them yourselves. More information than I expected to get there, but it seems we can move on. As of right now, I believe your story, Knuckles. We only know for sure when we confirm things with Vector. Fair enough. The library's the next car. Open the lock for you. Give whoever KO'd Sonic an earful for me, Detective Tails and Butler. I liked it better when he wasn't talking to us. Will do, Sheriff. Come on, Maddie, let's head to the library. On it! This is way more exciting than my gravy chewy dogs. Maddie. Coming! Something else is fun up. Now let's go. Ready to mosey down to the next car? You got it, partner. Onwards! The library car. Oh, the chow. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter Amy Rose is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you a present. My present? You're both too sweet. Thank you. After seeing, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Oh, the detective pair needs help from the birthday girl? Ah. She knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see y'all around. Don't worry, Sonic. One to avenge you, and quick. But how are you gonna leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, don't doubt the birthday girl. Birthday girl has a master key. Right, the birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye! Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I'd say. I'm a detective, so I can't be the murderer. And just making sure things go well. Things aren't going great. Not sure if you've forgotten, but there was a murder. Well, I mean, besides that. Besides murder? Ah, my social skills, non-existent. I know, right? I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm SBO, the poet. Ah, poetry. Resonant message from poet to reader, meant to challenge our dialect perspective with the most rhythmic of proses. Man, why does this game use so many big words? Can I hear some? Sure. That's the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 dee dee dee. Was that it? I have more if you'd like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm sure satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Maddie and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had her phone leave the dining car? Oh, sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, and Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car. Where Amy told me and SBO to stay. I promptly picked up the book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? What happened to... I happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup in the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the brooch stand over there. But then she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. I wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, they entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got engrossed by the rolling monkey action. I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car again, locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it alright. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived, asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. These locked doors, it seems Vector or SBO couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it for you. If you like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reasons for leaving his post and determine if SBO is actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Start here. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through the books. All the title. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out from the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one. It's the user guide to the Mars Express, the train we currently on. You think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make note of this. Okay. What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck. That reeks of evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yup, it's Dr. Eggman's autography and recipe book. Ugh. Kind of recipes. Who cares? I wouldn't trust any books he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet? You may not be wrong. I wouldn't trust that. Anyway, a globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia if you've ever been there. I have actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop by the university to say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and make one scrumptious sandwich. Keep that in mind. To that trash can again. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I really thought there'd be something there. Maddie, are you sad there was nothing in the bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next bin we find. You really think so? Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay, these trash bins are... Hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Maddie, you're pretty uncontroversial, but I like that. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Oh, poor thing. The arm is really struggling to clean up this car. To be fair, to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Oh, brochures! There are travel destination ideas here. Amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Maddie, look at this! There's a couple of maps here. This seems to be a map of the library card. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Should we take this brochure about the cave too? Look, there's... I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Nah, leave it. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. Let's just take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are very comfy. It's so plush. Puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Maddie, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time. No, that's not it. Vector. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? I'm a man out of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Can I take your order? Oh, yes, please. I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Then why would you show the menu to me? Come on, Maddie. Why would you tease him like that? Here I thought I could trust you. You've made a fool of me. Look, Maddie, you've made him a fool. Come on, Maddie. Smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. I smoothed things over, but at what cost? Espio? A fancy poem? Oh, fancy a poem. How will a poem look, Space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antique vase, but a mistake in my haste dropped the vase from my embrace. So my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read too deeply. It's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has he? Talk? What'll it be? Can I get a poem about trains? Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Thanks. I actually really like that one. Huh? Okay. Very well. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up, but Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior! I feel sorry for those poor books. The spines are creasing, they're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. I think the only thing left is this, so. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on the way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what's really happened. Alright, who do we do first? I feel like Vector. Did you bring me any meat to chop? Let's start interrogating. So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Maddie and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles? Espio was really reading in the library card. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library card to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoyed being social. Plus, we're instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. let a man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of thing do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Maddie, could you help me out? Alright, Maddie, what book do we think SPO has been reading? The Express Manual. A manual? You think SPO was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Oh boy, here we go. That was close. You both grasped it. I knew it. You got this, Maddie. Let's try again. More than enough. Let's go. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on these shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked up the manual and put it back in the incorrect place. Ugh. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, SPO. Hey now, I won't have you insulting your cow like this. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, SPO. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can come from anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading. The Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Maddie, if you don't mind. Could you ask SPO some questions about the manual? Just flip to the page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz SPO about the manual. Proof you read it. Which page should I quiz him on? Let's do this. Okay, what efficiency and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the trains spotless? Robotic arms. During the event, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train could clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire engineers. Robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like SPO aced that question, Maddie. Get in with another one. Oh, okay, which page? 89. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds, and you will be charged with a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Maddie. Let's see if SB can go 3 for 3. 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duty and ease the general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I don't know this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capability without the conductor credit. Now, did I pass your little test? Yeah, totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. The poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guessed. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. that we want to be supporting folks who read. You have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if it's true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Becker was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substitute, despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can. Espio, is that true? Becker was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Maddie? He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Maddie, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw us the other one, but what? Oh, Shadow. Shadow's lock? Please pray tell what this has to do with anyone. Word up, Maddie. Let's get our argument straight. Okay. Shadow walked through the library card to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score alone. Crocs are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentioned that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for good, while at this point, you know, Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio did notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of your doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and had no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Maddie. One that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That coordinator is vanishing. I was so involved in my book I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library. Honest. When Vector returned, he had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why does this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's on to something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply reading, or did he somehow vanish and not notice Shadow's return in the library car? What should I do? Defend Espio. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails. Huh? We have pieces of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows that Shadow and Espio couldn't see anyone? The library map, maybe? Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. Mini games. Library map. Oh, I see. I see the exits. They're all across from one another to a straight path. If Shadow walked down this straight path, then there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow not to see him? Yes, here. Interesting, that's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from the spot, because the bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio, or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you would never mention Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most alright, but I have no further points. Thank you for answering our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Yay! Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad that everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge, and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. And that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give him a hug if you ever need to meet chopping up. Say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Maddie, let's see what's next. Coming. Let's go. You sure don't want to stay and look at all the great books a little longer? Mystery calls. Okay, the investigation continues. Whatever.